Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another recap of Bad Boys Texas, episode 7, On the Road Again. Okay, so as you know, it continued off with, Adonis coming into the house. Come to find out, he got beef with Chef D, beef with Chef D, Big Lou, Aura. So him and I guess the security let Chef D and Adonis get into it, so they got a few hits in. Honestly, from my understanding, it don't look like Chef D could fight, but whatever. Them two got into it. The security broke them up. Then after that, they went another round again. Then as they was pulling Adonis away, Mo City walked up to him and started getting his hits in, and he was fighting back like, what? And then after that died down, Mo City went outside with Jonathan and whatever to cool himself down. Big Lou got mad at Ara or Banger, whatever he want to go by at this moment. Got mad at him because, mind you, if you got beef with this dude, why are you still standing behind the couch? So that's basically all Lou was trying to get across to Banger. And Banger was like, listen, I know we got beef, but I'm not about to fight you or gang up on you because you just got like 3 other dudes, and I'm not about to, But at the same time, they were saying, like, some of the boys was like, listen, it doesn't matter about y'all getting ganged up. You got beef with this dude, fight it out, duke it out, do what you want to do. But then again, at the same time, not every altercation has to be physical. Like, you can use your words, okay, to get your point across. But anyways, them going back and forth at it, it was just crazy. So meanwhile, Mo City and Jonathan are outside, and they dapped up each other because it's like, dang, you repping for the boys, like you got our back like that. Like, okay, I see what time you on, and they chopping it up and stuff like that. Because at first, ain't nobody was thinking about getting a replacement, but now all the boys are sitting back and watching, like, dang, this dude really just earned his spot to be here. Like, okay. So after them two talking outside, Jonathan always wants somebody to get active. Not every time you got to get active. Like, pipe down just a little bit. So now they come back inside. Now Adonis is by the table. And, they all talking about what their issues is between each other. And Blue was like, I'm not about to fight this dude. We from the same city. It ain't gonna rock like that. What we got going on was petty. Ain't even that serious. So come to find out, Adonis basically online under people's posts and stuff, just writing some reckless stuff. That's basically where all the whole fight and tension stuff then came from. So Chef D, Lou, and Banger, but come to find out, Chef D said, I believe this whole fight between us wasn't even about us. It was more about Big Lou because, that stuff what you was doing, it was just out of line. So it's now like, okay, he's in the house now. He ain't going nowhere. He basically held his own. Then at the end, he was like, I need a bed. And they said something, and Orlando got into it. And he was like, well, I got the suite. Ain't nobody coming up in my space. And Adonis was like, listen, I'll come take your stuff out. And Orlando was like, nah, you basically trying to milk this situation. He was like, be quiet, Eddie. You washed up, has-been Disney star. Like, Orlando, he was like, listen, I'm on a different pay bracket than you. Like, listen. He said, but we all on the same show. It don't matter about being on the same show. I'm in a different pay grade than you. Like, it is what it is. You just because we're on the show, you don't know what's in my pockets. Like, you don't know what they paid me to be on this show. Like, you don't even know. So them two going back and forth at it, like, eventually, everybody was like, listen. Oh, and then I think it was Mo City, Rails, and somebody else sitting in the way. He was like, listen, if they wasn't sitting here, I would have threw this water bottle at you. He was like, yeah, whatever. You still trying to milk the situation and all that stuff. So at this moment, everybody done had enough. And everybody's appalled, like, dang, this dude really just held his own in this house, like, with us and a few others. Like, whoa, okay, he might be here to stay now. He just earned his spot here. So now everybody's like, I'm ready to go to bed. Rel's like, listen, y'all get ready to go to bed because, tomorrow we gotta, pack up and leave and head to Fort Worth, Texas. And you already know that's a ride. So, yeah, good night. You could really tell that Darrell is like the house mother of this season. Like, he's been so well opposed to how he was last season. I loved him in both, but still, this one is like a more suitable, calm, collective vibe, and I'm here for it all. So after that, they all go to separate ways. I come to find out, I think Adonis is going to room with Banger because he has a twin bed situation, so that's where he's going to be. After that, fine. He's like, he don't care as long as he got somewhere to sleep. And that's all that matters. As long as you got somewhere to lay your head, it should be no issues. But whatever. Boys will be boys. So after that, everybody dispersed. Rails, Chef D, Lou, and I think Prince all meet up in Orlando room and they try to talk about what the whole situation was. But they chopped it up a little bit. And then Orlando was like, listen, we should jump in. Everybody was like, nah, that's not a good look. But come to find out he was just only joking. So, they all went to bed. Now it's the next day. They done packed up their stuff. And yeah. So this day takes a turn for the worse because y'all already know before. In the last episode, Lou was sick, right? But then last night, with the whole situation with the fighting, he was good. Come to find out, he's sick all over again, and it's like 10 times worse. So he's basically coughing. Basically, everybody made it to the Sprinter or whatever. They're sitting down talking, coughing and stuff like that. So they're chopping it up on the bus. And then they just, talking about... Orlando told Adonis that he needed to take a shot. He was take 2 shots. He's like, I already did this or whatever. So they chopping up, asking each other questions. Rel asked Prince how he feel about people calling him gay. And it was like, he broke it down like, listen, I know it was way before I started this, but ever since Love and Hip Hop, when I came on the show and I was labeled as Bobby's best friend, that's when it really whatever. But he said it really broke him down, made him depressed and stuff like that. But now he gets to the point where he don't really care. It is what it is. In the beginning, yeah, he was hurt, but now he's like, whatever. They already know how I rock and get down, so that was cool. So they know this is how Lou was just coughing all over the place, and everybody was like, listen, we don't need to get him sick. So they pulled up at a gas station so they could probably go in and get some meds and stuff like that. Some of them got off the bus. Next thing you know, you see Banger on top of the gas station dancing on the roof, like, bro, doing his little giddy dance. It was funny how Prince did it, his confession. I was like, oh my God, it's so funny. But still, after they did that, some fans wanted to take pictures with them at Orlando. I think they was like 15 years old or whatever, stuff like that. So yeah, after they did that, next they ended up at the Fort Worth house. And it was not what they was expecting it to be. The last 2 cities was dope houses. This one was like an old contemporary house that somebody's grandmother decorated back in the 1960s. That's the kind of vibes it gave. But it also gave like a homey feeling. But boys will be boys. They have a certain style and taste that they kind of go for. So I can honestly see why they was like, nah, not too cool. But when Rails walked, he was like, oh, this is something my grandma would like. Trust me, a female would like any house because as long as it has that nice contemporary homey feel, it's a plus in everybody's book. So everybody gets in there. They start picking their rooms. Prince found this beautiful room. Jonathan found the master bedroom. Adonis and Raz got a twin bedroom situation. Darrell's found another room, but it was a 2 bedroom, so he took his stuff out. So Most City got that room. Then you got Chef D finally found him a room because the last 2 houses he wasn't able to get a room or whatever. But all that fighting, I wouldn't be able to too. So I guess everybody finally got their rooms and whatnot. Then it's like they were about to go out later that night. Come to find out, Lou is still sick. His face is swollen and everything. So Orlando is demanding that he go to the hospital. So he leaves out with one of the producers and walks Lou to the car so he could get in to make sure he's all right. And then Lou gets to the hospital. He's waiting around. He was like, and his confession was like, out of all the brothers in the house, I'm kind of like thankful for Orlando because he helped push me get to the hospital, and I love him for that. And then come to find out, he's on the nebulizer for next week's episode. If he finds out that he has asthma, so if he would have never went to the hospital, he probably would have, died or had a severe asthma attack. Trust me, I know that's not a good feeling because my nephew, he almost had one of those too. Like, they just come out of nowhere. Severe chest pains, the coughing, and it just makes you feel like, ugh, like it just knocked the wind out of you. Trust me, it's not a good feeling. So he gets to the hospital, and yeah, like I say, he's on nebulizer and stuff like that. So next week's episode, it shows that, he diagnosed with asthma, and he missed his family, so he decided he's going to go home for a few. He don't know how long he's going to be gone, but, his health is more important than the show. So we're going to see what next week has to offer. And hopefully they go out and have a good time. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of episode 7, On the Road Again, Bad Boys, Texas. So I'll see you at the next one. Bye.